Here is a pretty rare find. 1650 to 1675 Wainscot chair from Wales. Now, I've been going to antique shops and auctions and what have you since the 1970s, and I've never seen a Wainscot chair. They're mostly in England, but some were put on cargo ships and sent to the colonies. And a few were made here in the colonies at that time. I think 20 to 25 are known, and they're worth hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. These are all made of oak, and as you can see, you have a top that kind of looks like a crown, and they have arms. They almost always have arms, unlike other chairs, which the armchair is the rarity. And these were a symbol of authority. And somebody in authority, whether it be government or a church or at home, would sit in these chairs, and it would be an imposing presence. In the witch trials in 1691 in Salem, Mass, some paintings show judges or clergy in Wainscot chairs. Now, whether they sat in them, I don't think anybody knows. But these were in castles, they were in churches, government offices, homes. If they're not very well worn, they probably were in a hallway in a castle or in a worship hall where the priest or clergy would sit in it once in a while, or a government office where they would sit in it once in a while. So I don't think these here are original, these finials. They might be, but you can see how they're made. They're very thick chairs, very thick and heavy. And there's a panel, that's a panel, not very thick here. And then this may be the original seat, and they're very thin too, but they used to put a cushion on them. And this back here, this is woodworm. So there'd be a cushion up here and, you know, woodworm like oak. And they would sit in it, eat that wood, and people wouldn't know because the cushion was in the way. The arms are usually, it depends on what country they're from. These are from Wales. I have two of them, so I'll do another video on. And so with Wales, they don't have ears off of here. But they do have, as you can see on the bottom here, the carving there. I can get my hand right there. And that's on the sides too. And as you can see, you just have a kind of straight turning for legs and supports. Of course, this is all pegged. Not sure if I could show the pegs. Yeah, you see two there and two there, and there's a peg there. You can see that. It's all pegged, no nails. And usually there's pretty good wear on these stretchers. And going around to the back, as you could see, the chair is fairly thick. And in the back, it's much more crude because nobody saw it. I mean, this is all hand done, hand planed. The back legs pretty plain. Even here, you got a piece of wood missing, as you could see. And then on the side there, you can see a piece of wood missing. They didn't care. This was in the back. And the thickness as you go down gets thicker and thicker. And on the sides, there's some of that decoration there. Very thick here. And as you can see here, it's rounded, very rounded. But over here, square. Something they didn't care about back then. So these are hard to come by. I don't know how this came into the country. Probably a cargo ship back then. If it was American, it'd be worth at least $300,000. It'd be generally white oak. And the seats are, you know, usually this is a crack. It's not two boards. You could see the grain going across. It's a crack. Not too thin, but always pegged. Everything's always pegged on these chairs. I don't know if I'll show you the back. If I can lift the chair up and get more light, you could see the pegs. You know, it's just, that's what they did. And it lasts, those pegs last forever. You know, it's really amazing. What they did with these chairs. Of course, they would, like I said, they were owned by governments and churches, you know, entities with money or a home that had money. Royalty, castles would have these. You can buy these quite easily in England, very difficult in America. You can spend 20 years looking for one of these and never see one. With the internet, it's probably a little easier, but if you're in person, I was very lucky to get this. There were 7 or 8 of them from an estate where the man and the woman collected 17th century furniture and other items. And when they passed, it went into the estate, so never expected. Actually bid on these as a kind of a joke, bid very low. I buy all my furniture very low. I miss probably 80% of my bids. Once in a while, you luck out. And I did on this one. So there's the arms. Arms can be very extravagant, meaning they come like here, and then they raise way up. They have a little, this is very typical, this little decoration. Sometimes you see them in the front. Sometimes the arms are very thick and bold. And there's your pegs for the seat. The seat is a little wavy. But like I said, they would put a cushion on it because this is pretty hard. So again, Wainscot chair from England, 1650 to 1675. Thanks for watching.